This is the second of a series of 3 classes that I'm doing. And the sun has come out now, so no need for a fire. And we'll get started now with our seated yoga. Now, for those of you who are not used to doing yoga or haven't done yoga classes with me, sometimes it's really hard for you to sit like this for very long. So feel free at any time to change the cross of your legs or straighten one leg or straighten both legs, jiggle them up and down, come back into easy seated. It is much easier if you do this sitting on a cushion of some sort to have your hip a little elevated. It might be more comfortable for you to do that. So let's begin our seated yoga class, about 30 minutes. We will start with doing some neck stretches. Now, being pliable in your neck is really important, especially when you're driving, right? So you can turn around and see. These are very gentle exercises, and the first one we will do is really fun. I teach somatic yoga sometimes, and what that is you relax between each movement. So you're totally at ease before you move again. It retrains your brain. At first, I thought I could move my head only this far. But once I relaxed and did these stretches, wow, my movement has improved. So this one is kind of fun. So bring your feet in front of you. We just get started right away with our neck exercises, and then we'll do some breathing. So you're sitting like this, and I invite you just to drop your head back without pushing, and just take note of what you're looking at. Draw your head to the left. Notice where your neck just stops. Don't press beyond that point. And then draw your head to the right and notice. Now here's the magic. Slide your right foot out. Lift your toes off the floor. Squeeze your toes. Drop the foot back down. Slide your foot back. Lift your toes off the floor. Squeeze your toes. Heel is grounded. Entire foot is on the floor. We will do that 2 more times. Slide, lift, squeeze the toes, foot down, slide it back, lift the toes off the ground, and drop your foot down. Last time, slide, lift, squeeze, foot down, slide it back, lift the toes off the floor, and relax. Now we do the other side. Slide, lift the foot, squeeze the toes, foot down. So we have something in our body called fascia. Lift the toes up and down. And it's like a web that runs throughout the body. So of course, it connects our body just like a big spider web. So by moving our feet, it's going to increase the movement in our neck. Lift the toes up, keep the balls of the feet down, drop the toes on the floor, slide the foot out, lift the foot, squeeze the toes, foot down, draw the foot back, and lift the toes. Now, here comes the fun part. Drop your head back. Wow, I have really increased the movement. Draw your head back and turn to the left. I bet you're turning a lot further this time. Head back to center, and let's check the movement toward the other side. And back to center. How about that for magic? Okay, let's come back to our easy cross leg. We will now do some breathing in all my classes. Deep breathing is so important to help strengthen the lungs. So inhale, lift your arms up. This is called axial extension. This is one of the 5 back movements we're going to do today. Really reaching, but drop your shoulders. You can reach and drop your shoulders at the same time. We don't want you doing this, okay? Inhale, exhale, halfway down. Inhale, open wide, squeeze your shoulder blades. And exhale, bring your palms together with a slight bend in the back. Inhale, lift. Breathing through the nose, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do this one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And drop your hand to the floor. This is the second back movement called a lateral stretch. Reach your arm up to the sky and then just fold straight across. We're not bending any which way. It's like our shoulders are against the wall. And if you want to, look up. And then look down. This is up to you. It makes some people dizzy to do this. And now look center. Reach. And now draw your left arm up. And exhale to the other side. Before you fold over, reach to the sky, open up, and then go straight across. Breathing deeply. Draw that hand up and exhale down. The third back movement is a diagonal stretch. So bring your hand in front of you and watch your hand. Turn your head with your hand. Draw your arm back. Squeeze that shoulder blade and then reach across the opposite knee. Reaching as far as you can. Just grab that glass of wine. You almost have it. And let's tighten our fist and flick our fingers a few times. And hold it. Touch the floor. Inhale, watch your hand. All the way back, touch the floor behind you. Inhale, turn your palms up. Exhale, touch the floor in front of you. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. And come back to center. Doesn't that feel good? Other side. All the way back. Reaching across the opposite knee. Reach. Close your fist. Flick your fingers a few times. We exercise our fingers too. Hold it. If you press this hand, you'll sit tighter to the floor. Touch the floor. Inhale, watch your hand. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, up. Exhale, touch the floor. And come back to seated. So let's straighten our legs a little bit now. Jiggle them up and down. And we'll come back. Change the cross of your legs, if you can remember which one was in front. So we've stretched up, we've stretched sideways, we've stretched diagonally, back, and now we're going to twist. Twisting is wonderful, not only for the spine, but also for all your innards here. So let's take a big inhale, sit up nice and tall, kind of tighten your tummy a little bit. Inhale, and on the exhale, just do a nice easy twist around, looking over your shoulder. And take 3 or 4 long, deep breaths. Come back to center. Inhale. And twist to the other side. And I want to encourage you to stop when your body tells you to stop. Don't try to push beyond. That's how people get injured. A couple of more breaths here. And come back to center. That was number 4. And the last one is what we call cat-cow, and it is so good for the spine. You can lean back, chin to chest, and then pull yourself forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades on the inhale. Exhale, round back. Inhale, pull yourself up. Exhale. And do this 2 more times. And come to seated straight. Let's straighten our legs. Bring your hands down by your side. Flex your feet. Press the back of your knees into the floor. Really stretch out your legs. You want to lift your left leg up a little bit. Relax down. Right leg. Relax down. One more time. Both sides. Lift. Relax. Lift and relax. And wiggle the legs back and forth a few times just to let them. Okay, so we draw the knee into your chest and just point and flex your foot a few times. And circle the ankle. We have to circle these joints, right? And circle the other way. Yeah. And just make a few circles with your knee. Try to get all body parts here. Moving and shaking. Now take your heel in your hand. Let's diagonally move our hip joint. So draw the knee toward the outside of your shoulder and push it across. Most of our movements are from front to back, but it's really important that we move our hips in all directions. And now, just have the foot above the knee, flex this foot, and just draw the knee up and down. You don't move very far, just a little subtle movement, but we are working our hip. Yeah. Good. Now bring your foot to the inside of your thigh. Normally in my class, we have a long strap that we work with, and I apologize, I should have said grab a belt or a towel, and that works well too. So we'll just do the best we can without using any props. So sit up nice and tall and lift your arms up. And just bend forward. And the bend is in the hips. We don't want to slump over. Just bend forward and just let your feet fall on the floor. And take 4 or 5 deep breaths. Carry that breath to your low back. Breathe deeply. And walk your hands back. Straighten your leg and jiggle it back and forth. And now let's draw this knee up, kiss the knee, and point and flex. And let's circle. Other way. Good. Circle the knee. Circle it the other way. And drop the heel in this hand. And here we go. Back and forth. At an angle. One more. Come to stillness with the foot resting over the knee. The foot is flexed. And just draw the knee up and down a few times. Think of it as a hip movement and not a leg movement. All right. Drop that foot down. Flex this foot. Inhale. Lift your arms up. Reach, 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 and then just lower the hands to the floor. And take a few long, deep breaths. If you have lower back problems, please do not overstretch on these kind of what we call forward bends. Just lighten up just a little bit. And let's walk our hands back. And once again, come into easy seated. And let's do another, neck exercise. So lower your ear to your arm, to your shoulder, looking straight ahead. And release this arm to the floor for a deeper stretch. Now turn your chin towards your armpit slowly. Just working and stretching the muscles. Now look up. Just nod yes very slowly 2 times. 1 and 2. Turn your head toward me and draw your head back to center. And let's do the other side. Inhale. Lower the ear to the shoulder. This hand to the floor. And then turn your chin towards your armpit slowly. And 2 nods. Yes. Yes. Turn your face toward me and draw your head back to center. All right. We'll do one more neck exercise and then we'll loosen our neck. Crisscross your fingers and lower your chin to your chest. Draw your elbows toward each other. And inhale, open wide. Look up. And exhale down. And 2 more times. last time. Release your hands to your knees and do 2 slow neck rolls. You don't have to drop your head very far back, but just loosen up the neck now, just nice and easy. And then change directions. Good. And let's drop down to our shoulders now. So I have a fun exercise to do that's really, really good for the shoulders. And it's called the teacup. So we do not want to spill the cup of tea that we have in our hands, okay? So you make a figure 8 with your hands. So you bring your hand up, turn your fingers to the back of the room, draw your shoulder back, keep the hand up, come all the way down, palm still up, and then circle around, palm still up, and voila. You didn't spill a drop, did you? Here we go. Up and around, big shoulder movement, hand turning, keep the palm up, no fair spilling, and around. And now, let's go the other way. Toward the belly, out, all the way up, all the way around, and down, and last time. If those of you that have had shoulder surgeries, be careful. Not a drop spilled. Let's do the other side. Up and around and down, reaching. Fingers pointing towards your body, come on around. Last time. Up and around, reaching. And here we are. Let's go backwards. Fingers towards your body, fingers pointing out, hand up, circle around, and all the way back down. And one more time. Up, all the way around and down, and not a drop spilled. Relax. Wow. Very good. Let's just loosen up the shoulders now. Just roll them one at a time. Also, you're bringing your back into this movement. If you make the movement bigger, pause and let's go for a swim. Now the back and shoulders working. Yeah. Good. How about a breaststroke? Yeah. Around. And one more. Good. Let's do a little finger exercises. Just bring your hand out in front. Stretch your little finger back. Ring finger, middle finger, index, thumb, and now stretch the hand. If you're do a lot of work on the computer, doing this stretch is necessary. Yeah. Shake it out. And other side. Little finger. In the thumb. All fingers back and forth, stretch, and shake it out. So the lotus flower is very important to yogis. So let's bring our palms here. We're going to, bring the back of the palms together. Now, turn the fingers toward, pretend there's water here, taking a dip in the water, bringing the hands up, bringing the palms together, lifting up, bringing the elbows together and opening up the lotus flower. One more time. Bring the backs of the palms together. Dip down with the backs of the palms together. Come back up. Nice for the wrist. Palms toward each other. All the way up. And let's open our petals. The beautiful lotus flower. And bring the palms back down. That was lovely. That was lovely. All right, let's straighten our legs now and open them up a little wider. And flex the feet. Place your hands and just begin making circles with your body. Yeah. So this whole class is seated, so I'm trying to exercise everything from the tops of our heads to the bottoms of our feet. Let's go the other way. Here we go. Loosening up, making big, wide circles. And one more. Yeah. Now, inhale and lift your arms up. Exhale, twist. Reach for your toes, and just let your hands rest on the floor or on your legs or take hold of your feet, whatever works for you. Feel that nice stretch, see? We're not standing, but we're getting a great stretch all the way to the backs of our legs. So take 3 big breaths here. No straining. Now drop your hands to the floor and take a walk to the other side. Reaching with that outside arm and breathing. And then walk your hands back to center. Close your eyes and take 5 long, deep breaths. Walk your hands back to center and draw your legs in. Drop your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulders. Arch your back. Look up. Point your toes. Breathe through the heart center. And now, draw both legs over to the side, like this. This one can be a little challenging, just do the best you can. Take your hand back, follow it with your head, squeeze that shoulder blade, and then come all the way around, reaching as far as you can. We're just, we're just checking our range of motion. Inhale back, squeeze that shoulder blade, and exhale across. Now we're going to drop our arm a little lower. We're going to come back. Squeeze the shoulder and come around. You can either do this again, or for those that want a little bit more challenge here, just bring the arm down and lift up on your knees and reach and come down and back. And one more time and reach. Drop both hands on either side of your knee. Come down onto your forearms. Arch your back, come up. Round your back, get that buttock sitting on the ground. Drop down to your forearms, arch your back. Round your back. Press and relax. And now, let's change sides. Here's another thing you can do. Put your hand underneath your bottom and notice how much space is there. And let's see if we can change that with this movement. Take your hand behind you. Your arm is at chest level. Reaching, lifting that hip, coming back. Squeezing the shoulder, coming around, lift that hip. Drop the hand, back around. One more time. You can keep doing this, or if you want more challenge, we're going to lift up onto our knees. So here we go. Up and reach and down and up and reach and down. Hands on either side of your knee. Drop down onto your forearms. Arch your back. Inhale up. Press those hands. Get that bottom seated. Down onto the forearms. Up. Press back. And come forward. Now, take your hand underneath your bottom here. I bet you're sitting tighter on the floor. That's why we do some of these exercises, to increase our range of motion. So, let's straighten our legs now. We'll do one forward bend, which should be very relaxing. So remember, lift the arms up, reach, reach, reach with the hands, reach, reach, and then just let your hands rest on your legs or on the floor. Close your eyes. These forward folds are very relaxing, so take 5 long deep breaths here. And walk your hands back. I hope you've enjoyed this short video of seated poses. I invite you now to turn on your mat lengthwise. Give yourself a hug. Slowly come down onto your back. Excuse me. Straighten your legs. Lift your arms behind your head. Nice big long deep breath. Draw your arms up to the sky, down to the floor, palms facing up. Close your eyes. And I hope that you will stay here in Shavasana for 4 or 5 minutes.